Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are doing really good. So, let's take a quick revision what I have taught you in last class. In last class, we were discussing about classification of cost. There are there are different bases on which cost can be classified. In last lecture, we have covered classification of cost on the basis of time, as well as we have discussed classification of cost by nature. Now, let's take a quick revision. What is classification of cost on the basis of time, as well as classification of cost by nature? Cost can be classified on the basis of time. In On the basis of time classification, there are two types of cost. One is historical cost and one is predetermined cost. What is historical cost? What is historical cost? Historical costs are all those costs which are incurred in past. That is the cost which has already incurred in past before the starting of production. What is predetermined cost? Predetermined cost are all those costs which are calculated before they are actually incurred. Why we calculate this cost? We calculate the cost before starting the production so that we can get to know what will be the cost of a production. So the cost which is actually calculated before starting the production is known as predetermined cost. On the basis of nature, cost can be classified on the basis of nature. In this, there are three types of cost: material, labor, overhead. Let's take a quick revision. What is material? I told you material are the substances from which the product is made. Material can be direct as well as indirect. Direct material refers to those material which become major part of the finished product and can be easily traceable to the unit. For example, washing machine. In washing machine, the plastic body, rubber pipe, battery, all these materials become the major part of washing machine and can be easily traceable. So they are direct material. What is indirect material? Indirect material are all those materials which do not become the major part of finished product and which cannot be easily traceable. For example, for making a table, we require wood, iron, pen, and paper. Wood is used to make tabletop. Iron is used to make the legs of the table. So wood and iron are direct material. Pen and paper is used to make the design of table. So pen and paper is not directly related to the table, is not easily traceable in the table. So pen and paper cost, the material cost of pen and paper will be indirect material. Labor. Labor can also be direct as well as indirect. Direct labor are those labor which are engaged in the production process. Indirect labor is those labor which are not directly engaged in production process. For example, storekeeper salary, gatekeeper salary, supervisor salary, etc. They are not directly engaged in the production process. Direct expenses. All the expenses which are incurred to a specific unit, all the expenses which are incurred to a specific cost unit is known as direct expense. Indirect expenses are those which cannot be directly allocated to the cost of production of a unit is known as indirect cost. All these costs we have discussed in detail in the last class. We have done a quick revision. Now I am sharing another PPT with you and we will move ahead in this topic, classification of cost. Now we will move ahead in the topic. Okay. Now point number 3. Cost can be classified on the basis of degree of traceability of a product. Cost can be classified on the basis of degree of traceability of a product. In this, there are two types of cost: direct cost as well as indirect cost. Direct cost are all those costs which can be easily traceable to a product, which can be easily traceable to a product. For example, to manufacture this plastic bottle, to manufacture this plastic bottle, the cost of the raw material of plastic, the cost of this plastic will be known as direct cost, because it can be easily traceable in this plastic bottle. We can easily trace this plastic. For this plastic bottle, to manufacture this plastic bottle, the cost of this plastic will be known as direct cost. Now, suppose this plastic bottle is made in a factory. This plastic bottle is made in a factory. On the gate of the factory, on the gate of the factory, there are two gatekeepers appointed. On the gate of the factory, there are two gatekeepers appointed. What those gatekeepers do? They enter they enter the detail of all the person who enters in the factory. They also keep the detail of all the person who leaves the factory. Now, are those gatekeeper directly engaged in production? Are those gatekeeper directly related to the production of this product? No. So the salary of gatekeeper will be known as indirect cost. Got my point? Everyone? Got my point? Okay. Association with the product. Cost can be classified on the basis of association with the product. What is product cost? बच्चों, product cost is all the expenses which is done to manufacture a product is called as product cost. All the expenses done to manufacture a product is called as product cost. For example, to manufacture this mobile phone, I will be requiring the plastic. I will be requiring the plastic. I will be requiring this glass. I will be requiring some buyers. I will be requiring some labor who will do the production. So all these cost which is done, all these expenses which is done to manufacture this mobile phone, all the expenses which is done to manufacture this mobile phone will be known as product cost. All the cost which is done to manufacture this mobile phone will be known as product cost. What is period cost? As the name suggests, period costs are incurred on the basis of time. Period costs are incurred on the basis of time. For example, to manufacture this calculator, to manufacture this calculator, I have taken a factory on rent. To manufacture this calculator, I have taken a factory on rent. The rent of the factory is rupees 50,000 per month. Now, the expense of this rent. Now, this expense, that is rent, I have to pay rent every month. I have to pay rent every month 50,000, no matter how much calculator I am manufacturing. If I am manufacturing one calculator, I have to pay rent 50,000. If I am manufacturing 1,000 calculator, then also the rent is 50,000. If I am manufacturing 1 lakh calculators, then also the rent is 50,000. It means the expense of rent, the rent expense is dependent on time. We have to pay rent every month, no matter whatever units we are producing. Same applies with salary. Suppose I am working in a factory. My salary is rupees 20,000 per month. Now, whether the company is manufacturing 10,000 units, The company is manufacturing 1 lakh units, the company is manufacturing only 1 unit, they will pay me, they have to pay me salary rupees 20,000 every month. So period costs are incurred on the basis of time, no matter whatever units you are producing. No matter whatever unit you are producing, you have to pay period cost on the basis of time, that is rent, salary, insurance premium, etc. You have to pay fixed amount on the basis of time. Got my point? Now, classification of cost by changes in activity or volume. Classification of cost by changes in activity or volume. Classification of cost on the basis of change in volume or activity. There are 4 types of cost. Number one, fixed cost. Number two, variable cost. Then semi-fixed cost. Then semi-variable cost. Now, bachcho, I request each and every one of you that please listen to this classification very carefully. And please try to understand this classification very carefully, because this is the most important classification. This classification of cost you will have to use again and again in all the topics that we are going to discuss in future. So please now listen to me very carefully. What is fixed cost? Fixed cost means, I will give you one example. My company is manufacturing mobile phones. My company is manufacturing mobile phones. To manufacture this mobile phone, I have taken a factory on rent. I have taken a factory on rent. The rent of the factory is rupees 1 lakh per month. The rent of the factory is rupees 1 lakh per month, which I have to pay on first day of every month. Now, my question to you is, if in a month I manufacture only one mobile phone, how much rent I have to pay? 1 lakh. If in 1 month I manufacture 10,000 mobile phone, how much rent I have to pay? 1 lakh. If in a month I manufacture 10 lakh mobile phones, if in a month I manufacture 10 lakh mobile phone, how much rent I have to pay? 1 lakh. It means the rent expense is fixed. The rent expense is fixed. The cost of rent is fixed. No matter how much units you are producing, no matter how much units you are manufacturing, the rent expense will be fixed. आप कितनी भी यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस करें, वॉट एवर अमाउंट ऑफ यूनिट यू प्रोड्यूस, वॉट एवर क्वांटिटी यूनिट ऑफ प्रोड्यूस, द एक्सपेंस ऑफ रेंट विल बी फिक्स. So fixed expenses are those expenses which do not change with the change in the quantity, of units produced. Whether you produce more units or you produce less unit or you do not produce any unit, you have to pay these expenses at a fixed charge, at a fixed amount. Other example, for example, insurance. I have taken a factory insurance. I have taken a insurance of my factory. The charge, or you can say insurance premium, is rupees 10,000 per month. Now, bachcho, whatever unit you produce, whether you produce 1 unit, whether you produce 10 units, whether you produce 10 lakh unit, you have to pay insurance premium rupees 10,000 per month, no matter how much units you are manufacturing. No matter how much units you are manufacturing, you have to pay premium at a fixed amount. The amount of premium will be fixed. So these type of expenses which do not change with the change in the volume of production is known as fixed expense. Got my point? Let's move ahead. I've already given you an example also. Example for fully fixed cost. Example of fully fixed cost, rent, insurance, etc. Salary. There are many more examples. Variable cost. But so variable cost are those costs which changes with with the the volume of production. Variable cost are those costs which changes with the volume of production. If our production increases, the variable cost will also increase. If our production decreases, the variable cost will also decrease. So variable cost increase or decrease with the volume of production. If the production volume increase, the variable cost will also increase. If the production volume decrease, the variable cost will also decrease. For example, now let's take a good example. You all like to eat pizza? You all like to eat pizza? Okay. Good, let's take an example of pizza. My company, Domino's, is manufacturing pizza. One pizza base is costing rupees 10. If I manufacture one pizza base will cost rupees 10. So please tell me, if I manufacture one pizza base, how much cost I have to incur? How much cost I have to incur? 10. If I manufacture two pizza base, how much cost I have to incur? For 20. If I manufacture five pizza base, how much cost I have to incur? That is 50. 5, 5 into 10. If I manufactured 200 pizza base, then how much cost I have to incur? Sir, for one pizza base, you have to incur rupees 10. For 200, you have to incur rupees 2000. So you see that variable cost is that cost which increases when the volume of production is increasing, and it will decrease if the volume of production decreases. So variable cost is that cost that varies, that changes with the volume of production. As in this example, one pizza base will cost rupees 10. So if I manufacture two pizza base, I have to pay rupees 20. If I manufacture five pizza base, I have to pay rupees 50. If I manufacture 200 pizza base, then I have to pay 2000. So variable cost is that cost which varies with the volume of production. It increases if the production increases, it decreases if the production decreases. Got my point? So fixed cost is that cost that do not vary, that do not change with the increase and decrease in volume of production. Variable cost on the other hand is the cost that changes, that varies with the increase and decrease in the volume of production. Got my point? Now, बच्चों, what is semi-fixed cost and what is semi-variable cost? What is semi-fixed cost and what is semi-variable cost? Now, first of all, I am taking an example of semi-variable cost. First of all, I am taking an example of semi-variable cost. But so semi-variable cost is that cost which remain fixed up to certain amount, which remain fixed, the cost of which, or you can say the cost of which certain amount is fixed and certain amount is variable. The cost of which certain amount is fixed and certain amount is variable. So this is known as semi-variable cost. So semi-variable cost is a cost of which certain amount is fixed and remaining part is variable. And now I'm going to give you an example. Suppose in my office there is a telephone. In my office there is a landline telephone. In that landline telephone, I get bill every month. Of this landline telephone, I get the bill every month. In this bill, the company charges monthly rental of landline 500 and rupees 1 for per minute of call. the company charges monthly rental of 500 for the landline and rupees 1 for per minute of call. Now in 1 month, I have done call of 100 minute. I have done calling of 100 minute. Then how much company will charge? For the company will charge 500 fixed monthly rent, 500 fixed monthly rent, and company charging rupees 1 per minute. So how much minute you have talked? You have talked 100 minute. The company will charge 100 rupees. So this 500 is fixed. This 500 is fixed, and this rupees 1 is variable. This rupees 1 is variable. So in this telephone bill, 500 is fixed monthly charge that I have to pay, plus rupees 1 for per minute of call, plus rupees 1 for per minute of call. So if I call for 50 minutes, how much amount I have to pay? Sir, for 1 minute you have to pay 1. For 50 minutes you have to pay 50 rupees. So got my point. In this telephone bill, there is some part fixed, that is monthly landline charge 500, and some part is variable, that is calling charges. So this type of cost will be known as semi variable cost. So semi variable cost are those costs whose some part is fixed and some part is variable. Got my point? Everyone understood? Okay, now let's move ahead. What is semi-fixed cost? What is semi-fixed cost? Semi-fixed cost is that cost of which semi-fixed cost is that cost which remain fixed up to certain level, and after that it changes. Then again it remain fixed up to certain level. Then again it changes. Then again it remain fixed up to certain level. Then again it changes. So semi-fixed cost is that cost which remain fixed up to certain level, then it change, then again it remain fixed for certain level, then again it change. For example, you will understand this with this example. School going on picnic. Suppose there is a school which is going on picnic. School which is going on picnic. To take students to the picnic spot, the school have to hire some buses. To take students to the picnic spot, the school have to hire some buses. One bus can accumulate only 50 students. One bus can accumulate only 50 students, and cost of hiring one bus is rupees 5,000. Cost of hiring one bus is rupees 50, is rupees 5,000. Now, if number of students are 40, then how much bus we have to hire? Sir, in one bus we can accumulate 50 students. So if there are only 40 students, we have to hire one bus. And how much will be the cost? The cost will be 5,000. Whether the student is 1, 2, 40, 30, 50. Up to 50, the cost will remain 5,000 because we have to hire one bus. If the number of students are 95, then how much bus we have to hire? Sir, if number of students are 95, then we have to hire two bus. Now, the hiring charges of one bus is 5,000. So, for what will be the hiring charges of two bus? That will be 10,000. Now, if there are 51 students, 80 students, 90 students, up to 100, the cost will remain 10,000 because we have to hire two bus. If number of students are 100, how much bus you have to hire? Sir, in one bus, we can accumulate 50 students. So 100 students can be accumulated into two bus. So we have to hire two bus, and the cost of hiring two bus will be 10,000. So you see that that up to 50 students the cost remain 5,000, then up to 100 students the cost remain 10,000, then up to 150 students the cost will be 15,000. So semi-fixed cost is that cost which remain fixed up to certain level and then changes. Then again it remain fixed up to certain level, then it changes. So got my point? Got my point? Let's revise once again all the four types of cost. What is fixed cost? Sir, fixed cost is that cost which remain fixed no matter how much units you are producing. Or you can say fixed cost is that cost that do not changes, that do not vary with the increase and decrease in the volume of production. On the other hand, variable cost are those costs which increases and decreases with the increase and decrease in the volume of production. Variable cost is that cost which varies, which changes with the increase and decrease in the volume of production. What is semi-fixed cost? Semi-fixed cost is that cost that remain fixed up to certain level, then it changes. What is semi-variable cost? Semi-variable cost is that cost of which certain part is fixed and certain part is variable. I hope now you have cleared. Now this topic is clear to you. Variable cost, fixed cost, semi-fixed cost, and semi-variable cost. Now let's move ahead. Functional cost. Classification of functional cost. On the basis of classification of cost on the basis of functional, there are two types of cost: production cost and administrative cost. Production cost is that cost which is related to the production of the product. Production cost is that cost which is related to the production of the product. For example, in a factory, I am manufacturing. In a factory, I am manufacturing this music system. In a factory, I am manufacturing this music system. Now, to manufacture this music system, I will be requiring some rubber. I will be requiring some plastic. I will be requiring some iron. And I will be requiring some labor who will do the production process, who will put the iron, plastic, rubber in the machine and mold it, assemble it. I will be requiring some wires also. So to manufacture this music system, all the cost which is incurred in the factory, all the cost which is incurred in the factory will be known as production cost, because production work took place in factory. Production cost took place in factory. So it is the cost of operating manufacturing division of an undertaking. It includes the cost of direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, packaging, and all overhead expenses related to production. So whatever the expenses which are related to production will be known as production cost. All the expenses which are related to production will be known as production cost. For example, I have hired some machines on rent. I have hired some machines on rent to manufacture this music system. I have hired some machines on rent to manufacture this music system. Now the rent of the machine will be known as production cost, because the machine is used in production of this music system. The rent which I am paying to manufacture this music system will be known as production cost. What is administrative cost? Administrative costs are all those costs which incurred in formulating policies and all. Because every company, whoever is manufacturing mobile or this water bottle or this laptop or music system, they have to make some policies. On the basis of the production work will be regulated. So that employees that will also incur some expense. The policies to make some policies will incur some expenses. Those expenses will be known as or administration expenses, or you can say the expenses which are incurred in office, not in factory, because in factory production work take place, but in office administrative work take place. We formulate policies there. So all the expenses which take place in the office will be known as administrative expenses. Got my point? So production cost are all those expenses which take place in factory. Administration cost are all those expenses which take place in office. Everyone understood this? Let's move ahead then. What is selling and distribution cost? What is selling and distribution cost? बच्चों selling cost is that cost which we incur to create demand for our production. Selling cost is that cost which we incur to create demand for our product. For example, my company is manufacturing iPhone. My company is manufacturing iPhone. Now, to sell this iPhone, I am running an advertisement on television. That advertisement is costing me 1 crore rupees. To sell this advertisement, to sell this iPhone, I am running an advertisement on television. In that advertisement, I am telling people that this iPhone has this features. This iPhone has good quality camera. This iPhone is very rough and tough. This iPhone has 500 GB of storage. So on that advertisement, I am informing the people about this iPhone so that they can purchase this iPhone. So the cost, that 1 crore rupees that I am paying to run that advertisement on television, is known as selling cost. So selling cost is the cost that is done to create demand for a product. What is distribution cost? Distribution cost is that cost which incur after the product is ready to sell. Distribution cost is that cost which incurred after the product is ready to sell. For example, my company is manufacturing this calculator. Now, now, I am a manufacturer. I will distribute this calculator to all the wholesalers. I will distribute this calculator to all the wholesalers, and wholesalers will further sell the calculator to retailers. Now, the cost which I incur to distribute this calculator to the wholesalers will be known as distribution cost. Sir, what type of cost we incur? We incur in distribution cost. To distribute, to distribute this calculator to wholesalers, I have hired some trucks. I have hired some trucks on rent, and to drive those trucks, I have also hired some truck drivers. So the rent of the truck as well as salary of the truck driver will be known as distribution cost, because the motive behind hiring that truck is to distribute my calculators to the warehouses, to the wholesalers, to distribute my calculator in the market. And the salary of the truck driver is also distribution cost, because the truck driver is helping in distributing the calculator in the market. So this will be known as distribution cost. So selling cost is the cost which is done to create demand for the product, for example, advertisement. Distribution cost is the cost which incur after the product is ready to use. Distribution cost is that cost which is incurred in distributing the product in the market, in allocating the product in the market. in allotting the product in the market. Got my point? Everyone got my point? Shall I move ahead? Thank you. What is research and development cost? What is research and development cost? बच्चों, my company, or you can say, okay, my company is manufacturing cars. My company is manufacturing cars. Now you all know that there are many car companies in the market. Now, to keep your company ahead in the market, as well as to survive in the competitive market, you have to keep bringing some new features in the car. You have to keep bringing some new features in the car so that you can survive in the market, so that you can get some advantage over the competitors. You have to keep bringing some new features in the car. Now, to bring those features, we have to incur some expenses. To bring those new ideas, into existence, into implementation, we have to incur some expenses. Those expenses are known as research and development expenses. For example, again, now in my car, I'm launching a new feature, that is cruise control. Sir, what is this cruise control? Sir, what is this cruise control? I tell you. Suppose you are driving your car on a highway. Now we all know, if we drive our car at a constant speed, our car will give more average. Our car will give more average if I drive my car at a constant speed. But you all know that it is not possible to drive car at a constant speed, because we have to keep our legs on accelerator as well as on clutch. But what this cruise control help, with this cruise control, we can set a speed of the car. We can set a speed of the car, and our car will keep driving on the same speed until and unless we press brakes. Until and unless we press brakes, our car will keep running at the same speed on the highway. Now this will help the customer in getting good average. So to launch this feature, to bring this feature into reality, we have to incur an expense of 2 crore. To bring this feature into reality, we have to incur an expense of rupees 2 crore. This expense of rupees 2 crore, the expense which is done in bringing new idea, new features into existence, into reality, will be known as research and development cost. Will be known as research and development cost. Got my point, everyone? Everyone got my point? The cost of discovering new ideas is known as research and development cost. Now, what is pre-production cost? As the name suggests, what is pre-production cost? Pre-production costs are all those costs which are incurred before starting the production. All the cost which is incurred when a new factory is started, all the cost which is incurred when a new product is launched, is introduced. So pre-production cost, all the cost which is incurred before the production process is actually started. For example, if I want to start production of televisions, for that I have to I have to take a factory on rent or purchase a factory. I have to purchase some machines also to start the production. So all these expenses will be known as pre-production cost, because these expenses are incurred before starting the production. All the expenses which are incurred before starting the production is known as pre-production cost. Now, bachcho, let's do some illustrations. The illustrations will help you in getting the clarity on topics we have discussed. Whatever topic we have discussed, these illustrations are on the basis of that topic only. Let's read this illustration so that we can get a clarity of the topics which we have discussed. Number one, the cost which can be easily traceable to a product or cost unit or cost center or some specific activity. Cost which can be easily traceable, direct, indirect, fixed or variable. The answer is direct cost. Those costs which vary directly and proportionately with the output. Those costs which changes with the change in volume of production. Direct, indirect, fixed or variable. The answer is variable. Those costs which are traceable to the product and included in inventory. Those costs which are traceable to the product and included in inventory, any stock value. Period cost, product cost, administrative cost, selling cost. The answer is product cost. Product cost is cost which are traceable to the product and included in stock value. Cost of seeking to create and stimulate demand. The cost of seeking to create demand, the cost which is used to create demand of the product. Period cost, product cost, administrative cost, selling cost. The answer is selling cost. Selling cost is used to create demand of the product. Costs which are difficult to trace to a single unit or it is uneconomic to do so. Costs which are difficult to trace. Direct cost, indirect cost, fixed cost or variable cost. The answer is indirect cost. The cost that does not vary with the volume of output. The cost that do not change with the volume of output. Direct, indirect cost, fixed cost or variable cost. Fixed cost is that cost that does not vary with the increase and decrease in the volume of production. Costs which are incurred on the basis of time. Which are the costs which are incurred on the basis of time? Period cost, product cost, administrative cost or selling cost. The answer is period cost. They are indirect and cover all expenditure incurred in formulating the policy, directing the organization and controlling the operation of the concern. Costs which are incurred in formulating the policy, period cost, product cost, administrative cost or selling cost. The answer is administrative cost. These are the costs which is done for new ideas, process, products by experiment and implementing such result on a commercial basis. Cost which is done for implementing new ideas, for discovering new ideas. Research and development cost, pre-production cost, semi-variable cost or semi-fixed cost. The answer is research and development cost. When a factory is started or when a new product is introduced, certain expenses are incurred. Research and development cost, pre-production cost, semi-variable cost and semi-fixed cost. The answer is pre-production cost. Pre-production cost is the cost that is incurred when a factory is started or a new product is introduced. So, bachcho, I hope you all have understood today's topic. In next class, we will cover all the topic that is classification of cost. We will finish this topic. In next class, we will finish this topic that is classification of cost. Thank you all for joining. It was really nice. Please, everyone, stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.